Today's episode of the More You Know podcast features Joshua Denne, who's an author, speaker, investor, and serial entrepreneur who co-founded Build Your Empire, and also Sanja Hatter, who's the co-founder of Thrive, Make Money Matter, one of the biggest entrepreneur conferences, and also Living the Dream Global. I asked each of them what family means to them. Enjoy the episode.
I'm just trying to make it all make sense.
The More You Know podcast.
I think family is the most important part of life. As a father now, I look at my children and I feel this overwhelming responsibility to make the world better for them, and also to prepare them for the world. Not to hide them from the world, not to try to give them everything they want, because life doesn't work that way, but to prepare them for what's to come and equip them with the tools to invest in themselves and to grow as people so they can add the maximum value to those around them. Because I believe that, family should be about, you can, I heard this saying a long time ago. It was a story about a man who just come home from work. He was really tired, and all he wanted to do was read the paper. And he picked up the paper and he started reading it. And his son, of course, happy to see him, runs in the room and says, Dad, let's play. You're home, let's play. And his dad just needed a break. He just needed a break for a little bit. So his son, just give me a couple hours. I need to read and relax and decompress it, and then I'll play with you. But his son was like 8 years old, and of course, as eight-year-olds are, their attention span's quick, and he kept coming back, and finally, out of desperation, he notices a magazine on the coffee table, and it had a picture of the world on it. And so he tears the picture of the world up, and he tears it up in a bunch of pieces, and he throws it on the ground. And he says, "Son, why don't you use this puzzle and put the world back together? And once you've done that, I'll play with you." And he goes back to reading, assuming he's got a good probably 30 minutes to an hour, of peace and quiet before his son comes back. And his son comes back though 5 minutes later and shows him the completed world. And he's all proud of himself, and his father puts down the paper with astonishment now, going, "Son, how did you do this? How did you know where all the countries were? This is crazy." And he said, "Well, Dad, on the other side of the world is a picture of the man." He said, "I knew if I got the man right, the world would take care of itself." And, that always hit me. So it's like, work on you, and then you can work on your family. And then, in your family, maybe you can take care of the community, then maybe your state, your government, and then that'll affect the world. So I think family's all of us together, but we got to start with ourselves and our own family, work on that. And eventually, I think we can make a positive impact to every family around the world.
Family to me is everything. I can't imagine where I would be without my family. They're my support. They hold me accountable for everything that I say that I'm going to do. I make sure that I do it because they are right there to remind me. They keep me grounded. They remind me how wonderful I am too. Like they think that I'm Wonder Woman. And when I think that I'm failing at something or, I'm having a really hard day, they're always there to pick me up. And I don't even necessarily just mean blood. Like I have people in my life that are really dear friends that I consider family as well. And something that I like to call people at Thrive and my Thrive Ladies Tribe community, we call them our family. So it's friends plus family equals family. And I love that. Someone shared that with me, and I have like a big sign downstairs that someone made for me that is in my family. And I love it. Family is everything. And if you don't have blood family that you're close to, connect with someone else. We don't all get along with family, and some people are distant. You need to find that support group, and that is your family.
I'm just trying to make it all make sense.
The More You Know podcast.